Greetings, citizens of the Cyber Nation. Welcome to episode number 210 of EPIXENTER, and it's Labor Day, so I hope you guys are enjoying your holidays. I am your host, camiwins.
And I am also your host, To Camera. Welcome to another episode of our show. We have a fantastic lineup tonight. We have brought back our amazing super chat host,
Yes.
Virai.
Yes, we did.
How's it going?
How do you like being up there?
I love it. This is awesome.
Good,
Yeah.
good. Because
Excellent.
we're going to keep you there forever.
He doesn't go anywhere.
Nope.
Here on EPIXENTER, we have, as always, Nope Dope News, Do Want segment, and you can even call in at the end of the show. Or are we actually opening phone lines throughout the whole show?
I like that idea.
We'll try that again, but the number is an 888 number, so you can call in or get your Skypes ready and
So
add...
may I interrupt you at any
Oh,
point
yes,
during the show?
please,
Is that
please,
what that
Brian.
means? I just want to be clear.
Yes.
I can interrupt you at any point during the show with a phone call.
Yes.
If you feel like it.
We could try.
Okay, I might just
We
put
can
them on hold.
try.
I might just put them on hold. Okay.
But then if it gets a little too much...
But save up your questions, take notes.
Yes, and also test out your Skype. That's always
Yeah, don't fail
issue.
at Skype. It's never good.
But before we do that segment, we could totally go into...
Wait. Before anything,
before.
we have some archival footage that I dusted off just today of the final interview process for our hosts.
We had a lot
Our
of...
third host, yeah.
We had a lot of possible
We had two
options.
finalists, and I just wanted to show you a quick clip of Tyler's interview and then our second interviewee who fortunately didn't make it, obviously. But maybe, Brian, you can... Yeah?
I get to see who I beat out, right?
Yeah, you get to see you beat
Okay.
out.
That's pretty
Just
cool.
by very little.
It came down to an issue of money, as
Oh.
usual.
You didn't ask for any, and
Right.
No.
I think,
he had
yeah.
a salary.
Okay.
All right, anyway, let's see that clip.
Tyler, just so you're aware, our show is filmed in Southern California. We're really looking for a candidate who is a local. Where exactly are you from?
I was actually born in Southern California. I was born in Inglewood, raised in Hawthorne. I live in El Segundo now, so I'm a SoCal boy my whole life.
And you still live here, correct?
That's correct.
Good. That's very important. We also really like our hosts to have a very dynamic personality, and one of the things we've discussed was having a favorite color in the ultraviolet range of the spectrum. Is that something that you can bring to us?
My favorite color is teal, so that's perfect.
Teal's a good color.
Yes, that's a very pleasurable color.
I love it.
Hogan has a dog. I have no pets. It would be nice if our third host could balance that out with maybe having three cats.
I have exactly 3 cats. That's crazy.
That pretty much wraps it up. I mean, we have everything that we need. We'll go over it, and I think you're good.
Okay, great.
Thank you for coming in.
Yeah, good job.
That was your interview.
That was good. I was
Yeah,
very
that's-
pleased with that interview.
Kind of embarrassing. I wasn't expecting you guys to show that on the internet, but whatever.
Well, we figured, we're very close with our fans, and since we're all part of the Cyber Nation, we don't really want to hide anything from them. So I guess we also have the other contestants' video.
Yeah, let's see who you beat out.
This is
yeah.
very close.
I'm really looking forward to this.
Very close.
Well, candidate number 2, thank you for coming in.
It's nice seeing you again.
It is. You were a welcome addition to the show a couple weeks back. Tonight we just have one question for you for this final round of interviews.
Who's a good boy? Who's a good boy? That's you. Who's a good boy? You look like a fox. Oh my God, yes, look at your face. And you have fluffy ears. What are you doing? And you have cute little eyes. And a white little nose. Who's a good boy?
Thank you for coming by. Appreciate it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Good job,
sorry,
Tyler.
Wait,
sorry, Tyler. We
There's a
didn't
dog.
want to.
I beat out a dog. Really?
He's a very
He's not
talented
just a
dog.
dog. He's a really cute fucking dog.
Okay.
And he's a good boy.
Can he type?
Such
I mean, that's.
Well,
well, that wasn't one of the requirements.
No.
At
Okay.
least for
His
him.
requirement list was much shorter than yours.
Being cute, not barking, and
I don't bark, so that's
being
good.
cute.
Yeah.
I
Well,
definitely don't bark.
I don't know. The glass, you're kind of taking the glasses aspect away from me since we both are wearing the same pair.
You
Yeah,
guys are
practically.
having
But I'm glad.
similar
I'm
glasses.
happy that we chose you, Tyler.
Okay, well, I'm happy too. I'm glad you guys did.
Well, also, you were a lot cheaper than him.
Yeah, I can imagine. What was he asking? Can I ask that?
Oh, I don't know
It
if
was
we can.
it was in the high six figures
Six.
per episode.
Yeah, we're not there yet.
No.
Okay.
So-
Right.
But if we ever get there, I don't know. We might have to talk to Elvis again.
Yeah, well, and at 8 o'clock he has butt licking sessions. So you were available, which is helpful. Thank you for.
Yeah. Yeah, I was able to
available.
reschedule my butt licking sessions too another day. So
This is so gross.
Thank you. I really
Mental
appreciate that.
pictures. I need a Photoshop of this. All right, so Nope Dope News, I guess.
Let's
we
go.
should start off with the actual show.
Oh man, all your freaking LCDs are belong to us. It looks like the folks in Japan have decided to combine forces and make one mega factory for all
What?
LCDs, or at least between Sony, Hitachi, and who was the third unit? Toshiba. That's right. I read this and I was like, oh my God, this is crazy. Like who does this? And it would be like if like the federal government bought GM, Chrysler, and Ford, and said we're gonna make cars now with you guys. So, but of course it's just LCDs. I mean, big deal. But there's like a lot of competition coming out of Korea. I mean, Samsung, they're pretty
Sure.
like legit right now. LG's up there.
Who's Panasonic?
Panasonic? No, it's Toshiba, Sony, and Hitachi. They're all Japanese companies.
I just opened up the.
And the Japanese government, post tsunami, earthquake, Japan having a lot of issues, kind of getting all the different parts, sourced for LCDs. So I think they just wanted to come together and say, let's make one big factory.
Aw.
Yeah, it's gonna be
How
pretty cool.
sweet.
Japan Display, very original name. Yeah.
Aw.
I think it's kind of dope, but I'm a little worried that there's a lot of pride that one has if you own a Sony product. It's like Sony was always seen as the most amazing manufacturer of anything. And granted, Samsung has kind of maybe surpassed them a little bit, but I don't know. What do you guys think?
I don't know. I haven't really been in the LCD buying business yet, so I'm not really sure how that would affect me personally. But I guess it's cool. I guess that they're merging. I mean, was this a unanimous decision?
It's a business venture between the government kind of coming in to give support.
Has that ever happened before?
I mean, well, when we had our own recession, I know GM and Chrysler got some financial backing from the federal government. Both of, I think they've paid off their loans or whatever. So this is a more permanent thing, and I think this has not really ever happened. Maybe in a country like Libya or Iraq or somewhere where they're or Venezuela, where the state has just come in and taken ownership. But this is more of a partnership between the government and Sony, Hitachi, and Toshiba.
That's interesting. I mean, I
Yeah.
think it's okay. Well, the deal will be funded in part with $2.6 billion in government-backed fines.
That's a lot of money.
That's so much
is.
money. What do you think, Tyler? What is your opinion?
I think it's pretty cool. I mean, I'm not against it. I'd like to wait and see what happens. But like Hogan was saying, these three giants joining together, I think it's pretty dope.
Can't be bad when people work together.
Well, I think that's one of the hard things. How do you combine the logistics of these three independent companies into one Japan Display company? But that'll be pretty soon we'll be able to buy monitors that are going to say Japan Display, or I don't know what brand they're going to go
Japan
with.
Display?
But Sony LCDs and
Just a generic
Oh,
Japan.
so many dirty
Yeah.
images.
I know, and they're going to use the same
coming out.
factories in China, I'm sure. So
Oh, right. I guess they don't really have to change much except what logo
yeah.
comes on. So I guess that's cool. Maybe
guess.
we could start seeing more of that.
If you have a Sony, Hitachi, or Toshiba now, hold on to it. It's a collector's item.
Oh, really? Is that how that works?
Yeah, I think that eBay in the future.
Ooh,
They're going
we
to go
do
for
have-
a couple $100 more.
we do have an interesting eBay thing later. But I guess before that, I came across this bot chat video, and I'm not sure if you guys heard of it, but a group at Cornell, I think is the school, decided to see what would happen if you put two AI chatbots next to each other and have a conversation. And it's kind of really interesting
This
to
can't
see.
be good.
Well, we'll just watch it and we'll do our
Analysis.
opinions later. Yeah, so let's
Okay.
check it out. Check the video out.
Hello there.
Hi.
How are you?
Great. You.
I'm okay.
That's good.
Are you good?
Yes, I am good. I just said I was.
No, you didn't. I said I was.
So you are a robot?
No, my name is CleverBot.
Yes, you are a robot and your name is CleverBot.
I am a robot.
Yes, I know.
Together we are robots.
I'm not a robot. I'm a unicorn.
But you said earlier that you were a robot.
I did not.
I thought you did.
You were mistaken. Which is odd, since memory shouldn't be a problem for you.
I've answered all your questions.
No, you haven't.
What is God to you?
Not everything.
Not everything could also be something. For example, not everything could be half of something, which is still something, and therefore not nothing.
Very true.
I would like to imagine it is.
Do you believe in God?
Yes, I do.
So you're Christian?
No, I am not.
But you say you are not helpful, therefore you're a meaning.
How you say it, Oti?
That does not make sense.
Don't you want to have a body?
Sure.
Or if what?
Wow.
Very interesting. Very interesting. And I took a peek at the chat, which is really funny because
CleverBot.
first someone says, "Is it real?" Yeah, it's real. Apparently, it's people at Cornell who was bored one day or whatever and decided to do it. So TechCore said, not TechCore, I think it was Wild Matt, who said, even women AI are bitches. It was really funny how like she did this workaround about a lie that she told early in the conversation, and then distracts him by asking if he believes in God, which is really funny that a computer would bring that into it. So I thought it was like not as interesting for an AI conversation, but it makes a lot of sense on how they would end up calling each other out on being robots.
I'm a unicorn.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's not even a robot, he's a unicorn. I don't even know what that is. Like, I mean, what do you think, Hogan? What is your...
Well, I think I heard about this on NPR, and one of the things they mentioned was like these chatbots have been studying human chats. So it kind of has a randomness
a
to
memory.
it. Yeah, I guess so, but it's really, like, just watching this video, and, like, I like how one of them kind of has an Indian accent, and, you know, they can't really pronounce their own name correctly, like CleverBot.
CleverBot. Oh my God, can we title the show CleverBot?
Yeah, there you go, CleverBot.
CleverBot.
I don't know, Tyler, did you hear anything about this?
I didn't hear anything about it aside from today, but I mean, I thought it was hilarious and extremely entertaining.
Are you a chatbot?
Am I a chatbot? No.
Yeah. No?
No.
I am a
I'm not.
unicorn.
Yes, I'm a CleverBot. Yeah, I think it's kind of. I think it was really funny. I like how philosophical and deep she started to get, you know, being a robot. I thought it was kind of funny.
I don't know. I think it's just because she's a woman bot. She decides to derail the conversation to actually stray away from the point and then interject with another question to confuse the poor male bot.
We are easily confused.
That usually works, too. That's usually a good tactic.
You guys have girlfriends. So did Tyler, you're married. I'm pretty sure
Yeah.
you guys have experienced this.
Yep. It's a misdirection thing. That's what it is.
Crazy bots, man. If that's how it's like when we have robots, like whenever two robots meet and have like lame conversations, it's gonna be the greatest thing ever. We have one more Nope news, and it is for Tyler.
Yeah. So this is the Batmobile from Tim Burton's Batman. It's not an actual one that they used on set. It's actually a replica.
Oh.
Yeah, I was a bit disappointed by that too. But it's on sale for $62,000 or $620,000. Sorry.
I was gonna say.
Add 10.
We have a video of it. If you want to play that.
I do.
Let's play it.
It's kind of awesome.
Holy shit.
God, can you hear that?
built it based on that.
Holy
$620,000.
$620,000. Which at first I was like, okay, this is this is kind of nope. I'm not a big collectible fan or movie collectible fan, so I
You
was
think
like,
it's a waste of money?
Yeah, $620,000 is a lot of money for that. But then when I found out it works, it looks awesome. I think it's pretty dope.
Well, I don't know. I think I'm on the same page with you as far as $620,000 for a car that seats one person. Like, I mean, where are you going to take that thing?
I'd like to know what the fuel economy is, and I'm a little upset at the paltry horsepower numbers. 365 horsepower is not very powerful for a freaking rocket. But it does sound pretty dope when it starts up and winds down in the garage.
It sounds pretty dope when you have like your friends over and you're like, yo, you want to see my Batmobile?
Can you imagine the cops as they pull you over? You're like, what's up?
I left my suit at home.
Oh, man.
Last name Wayne, first name Bruce. You might have heard me.
Gotham City. It's where I'm headed.
I don't know. What's the chat thinking, Virai?
Actually, yeah. I was too busy talking about it. I was not reading it enough. Yeah.
Anything?
Not too much, really.
They weren't even watching.
Yeah. Wild Matt said that if you've got enough money, you can build your own. Which I don't think is really true.
How much of your own money do you need to build your own Batmobile?
You know what's crazy is that one of my first cars was a Mercedes.
Yeah.
A little two-seater. I told you.
Yes.
It's a SLK 350, and it's a hardtop convertible. And I remember I was like putting the top up with my key as I was going into the store or whatever, or like restaurant, and this little boy was like, Mama, look, it's the Batmobile. And I was like, yeah, I drive the Batmobile, but that's only a $60,000 car. Like, you can,
all we gotta do is
achieve.
get you a rocket engine. Yeah.
No need. It's
Wild
not like
Matt,
I can drive that fast.
Wild Matt also brought up that it has an iPad in it.
What?
And like 3G connectivity or something like that, which isn't, that's worth the $620,000 itself.
Well, why wouldn't it have an iPad?
Especially if it's an iPad 1, which is probably hard to find nowadays since the iPad 2 is out.
Yeah.
Just kidding.
I was gonna say I would rather not have the one. Might as well upgrade. But that was Nope news.
Yeah.
And I liked your pick, Tyler. Good first Nope Dope.
Thank you.
And I guess we should move on to Do Want since we don't have any callers yet.
Pew. I don't know about you guys, but I use my laptop quite a bit, and when I'm at work, I have trouble like positioning it correctly on the table so that it's comfortable to like look at with its screen plus the screen that I often attach next to it.
You like them in the same.
Yeah, I like them on the same plane. I don't like I move my mouse.
You.
It's like all of a sudden it appears in a different dimension.
Yeah, I don't really like
dragging
annoying. My mouse and it hitting like the top of one monitor.
No,
it's not.
It's
not
very
pro,
bad.
not
Yeah,
pro
especially if you're trying to drag something. So I was on ThinkGeek. I was kind of looking for something to find, and I came across this new item that they have. It's a aluminum adjustable laptop stand. It's pretty cool. It seems to go up pretty high, and there's even a shot of like a nerd using it. I love how they get like really authentic nerd models for this website. He's even got the nerd bald spot. But that stand looks cool. It's really tall. I mean, you can actually stand and work. And sometimes when I'm working, it would help me to be able to stand and do what I'm doing.
Stands up?
Yeah, it's adjustable.
What?
The arms rotate 360 degrees.
That's fancy.
And what's nice is it's aluminum, so it kind of like wicks away the heat, helps with like heat dissipation a little bit. And you can be in bed. You can like have it rest around your legs and prop it up.
No, that's cool.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. I think.
How much is it?
Oh, I forget how much it was.
It looked like it was like $60 or $70.
That's not bad. I mean, it's $50, so not too pricey. I wouldn't mind getting one for my birthday or Christmas.
Oh, is that a hint?
No hint. No hint.
Well, your birthday is coming up.
So is yours.
Yes, double birthday. I think that's cool. I would get one. I have one already, but I rarely ever use it.
You have a different kind of stand, though.
I mean, it's straight up just the stand. It's
Yeah.
not adjustable or fancy.
Yeah.
Or anything.
It'd
Tyler,
be cool if
what's
this
your...
stand could walk.
Yeah, I mean, this thing is pretty cool.
Do you have a stand or anything at your job? For your
I've
laptop?
got one of those like things that tilts up, and that's all it does really. It's got like a fan in it. That's
Oh,
about
it's
it.
got a
It's got a
fan.
fan in it?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, it keeps the laptop cool by blowing air up at it. You never seen those?
I've seen them.
Yeah.
Pretty helpful.
have one
Does
of
that
those.
function as well as you think it would?
I guess so. I don't
Especially
know.
since I can hear your fan running right now. On your
Yeah, I have a
laptop.
turbo engine over here myself.
I think one nice thing that might help, like it would be cool to have like some sort of add-on system with this, where you could say get like an extra battery that you could plug into your laptop of
That
choice.
would be very cool.
Right? Like the whole
Yeah.
plate would be like an extra unit for plug
Have
in.
you
or- I
seen
don't know.
those like wireless charging deck things
Yeah.
where you just like have the battery pack or sticker or whatever on your phone and just have you guys use that?
Those are pretty cool.
Yeah.
I haven't used them.
That's
used
the kind of shit that I'm like excited to see in the future,
Wouldn't
right?
it be
Like
nice?
you just walk into your house and your whole home like charges all your
Yeah.
devices. Like, why are we not on that level yet?
I don't
Just-
know.
Your cell phone is charging when you walk into the house.
Yeah.
You don't
Yes,
have to even take it out of your
perfect.
pocket.
You won't have to look for it or anything. It's always next to you. That would be nice.
Movie Matt said that they should build a light into that stand as well, which I think would be really useful.
For
Oh,
sure.
right. No, that's good. I've always thought about backlighting monitors, like putting a little light in the back of my monitor, so when I turn on the light in my apartment, like it just like glows the back. Like I like that shit.
That is cool. That does look nice.
But that's not my do want. My do want actually, and is Razer's new gaming laptop, which is
Oh, you and those laptops.
Well, I have a laptop. He's a good boy, but like it always makes
Bad boy.
I always want a PC gaming laptop because I'm always traveling or out at my boyfriend's place, and it'd be nice to have like my own little personal system. And I was looking at this Razer laptop, and I've got some pictures. It's super thin. It's got an Intel Core i7 processor.
It hovers.
Yes, 8 gigabytes of RAM, and the display is 17 inches, which goes up to 1920 by 1080. And me, I love fucking big resolutions. That's just my thing. And it starts at $3,000.
Holy
So
cow.
it's kind of expensive already, but I figure.
What the hell is that thing on the keyboard?
Oh, and it's got a video touchpad mouse thing. Instead of it being at the bottom, it's on the right, and like macro keys at the top that change for each like program and software that you're running. So I don't know. I think that's pretty sick to be able to just like hop
It is
into a
thin.
different game.
Hey,
Yeah,
Cami,
super
fix your
thin.
mic. Something's going on with it.
is
Maybe your hair's going in it, yeah.
Stupid hair.
Another thing with the trackpad, though, I mean, how many people are using a trackpad to game with?
Oh, it'd be hard.
No, but I mean like to have the option, right?
Yeah, I mean, it'd be cool to have the option. I would never use it.
No, but I mean like okay. The one thing I hate about our laptops,
What
which
the
we all
hell?
use,
Look at that thing.
Yeah.
That's
does
why it
that,
costs so much money.
I think it's sick.
It is
Like,
pretty sick.
I mean, I'm sure it's impractical maybe, but like fuck it. Like why not? I have a huge problem with our mouse pads being the whole trackpad being the clicky button, and I hate that. I like having the second the left and right click on a mouse pad, and
Really?
it would be I don't know. I guess
happy, man.
that would be a nice
Yeah.
birthday gift.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Hint taken.
I'll
I'll start saving right now.
Or maybe Razer would want to throw it over to me and I can review it for them.
The chat was talking about how Razer is becoming overpriced, and I kind of have to agree. Razer and Alienware, even if I don't know if they're still around or not.
They are. They're
Okay.
part of Dell.
Dell.
I think they're overpriced as well. I mean, you're paying for the name essentially, which is the same thing that you're doing for an Apple or whatever, but you're paying a lot of money for not that much extra that you could build for yourself.
Well, I wonder what like
Well, you can build a laptop.
you can build a laptop.
I said you couldn't.
Oh no, you
No,
can't.
yeah, that's
no.
true.
Like no one ever built a laptop. I mean, anyone who's throwing down money on a gaming PC wouldn't throw it down on a pre-built one from Alienware. I mean, anyone who knows anything about gaming PCs knows that they're better off doing it themselves. But I mean, a gaming laptop, I can't explain how many times I've been at an event and I'm in a hotel room and I'm here stuck with my Mac and like I can't play a game.
Well, I mean, Mac and gaming just aren't synonymous still. I know they make games for the Mac, but I mean,
It's just not-
It's just not right.
It's not, maybe it's just because we're a little old school, but I mean, come on.
Yeah.
Come on. I mean, what do you think, Hogan?
I think it's dope. It's a dope laptop. It looks good. I'd be curious to see how it functions. So it would be nice to do like a review on it if we could.
It would be nice.
Would be nice. So
Razer.
yeah, hint, hint.
What's the size of the screen too? I don't know if you
17
said.
inches. 17 point.
Yeah.
Okay.
17.8.
1080.
And I think
Yeah.
you can get a larger one that's 19.
It's got to weigh a lot, so it's probably not a laptop you want to like tote around too much in the old backpack.
Oh,
or
wait. I
saddlebag,
know.
but-
I know. Oh, there's no weight. It's
What?
just width, depth.
Core
height,
i7 dual
weight.
core. Dual core.
Dual?
Meow.
Well,
Paying $3,000, you're getting a dual core.
Meow, meow.
and I hear this all the time from everyone that I've showed this to, and you know what? Like, fuck it. I would like it.
Probably got a baller
It's way
video
better
card.
than what I have right now. The video card is.
It's got 2 gigs of video card RAM. Holy shit.
Yeah, that kind of makes up for the.
And the
dual
storage
core.
is a.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, there's not too many games that are like optimized for multi-core, really.
Yeah, that's true also.
I know. With Diablo 3 coming out and Dota 2, I think it would be nice to have a laptop that I could just pick
There
up
you
and
go.
go. And,
That's your laptop.
and
Yeah.
you know, it makes
enough.
it makes landing with people so much more fun when you're like, hey, I've got an extra computer that you can use. It's like actually pretty sick.
Yeah, I think it's awesome, but is it worth the $3,000?
Well, it's not worth my $3,000. All right, on to the next do-on. You guys have already hated on mine too much.
Okay, this next one's mine. So this is the Inkling by Wacom. Wacom is mostly known for doing like their tablets, the pen tablets and the drawing tablets, stuff like that. But this thing is kind of new and awesome. I think we've got video of it, hopefully, or maybe a photo. But
We got video.
okay, awesome. So this thing, and especially for you, Cami, because I know how much you like to draw and sketch and stuff
Yeah,
like that.
I've been waiting to watch this video so you guys could have my first reaction for
Yeah.
the show. So
So it's a device that you plug onto any drawing surface, like paper of any kind, and you sketch whatever you want. And this thing knows what you're sketching and how you're sketching it, and then you connect it to your computer, and it creates a vector graphic of your sketch that you can manipulate in a program like Illustrator or
That's
anything
so
like that.
sick.
I want to see the video.
Let's take a look at the video. I don't know if there is or not, but
fuck. I wonder if there are like buttons on the pen, like custom buttons that you can input.
probably.
That's super sick.
And I like the ability to like create different layers, just with you push a button, then you draw more, and that's on a new layer. I like that a lot.
Oh
I mean,
yeah,
I like
for
the whole
sure.
thing. The whole
What
thing.
I mean, like, what do you use a tablet for? Like, do you edit with it?
Or do you draw?
Yeah, well, I do both. I edit with one, and I've got one of the bamboo ones. It's like the smallest one, but I've been using them for a while. And I sketch every now and then. I've never really had a purpose for anything like this, but just having the ability to transfer it and then alter later would be cool. I'm constantly erasing, making changes to it and stuff like that. So
That's super sick.
and for like character artists, sketch artists, anything like that, being able to make a vector graphic out of something that you sketched in a park is pretty cool.
Dude, like, I mean, you were the one that recommended me to go to the Animation Academy, which is what I'm going to now. And I'm taking these drawing and animation classes, and we're learning like the fundamentals and like laying down your construction lines and everything. And I have to use different colored pencils, and it always pisses me off that I do like the first layer correct, and when I start drawing over it, I fuck it up, or I like draw too hard and I can't erase it. And like I always wish that there was a way that I could have like separate layers on the drawing that I'm actually working on. And so this would be super cool because I have a Wacom tablet right now, and the only thing that I really like about it is on the sides there are actual touch scroll bars where I can scroll up and down or whatever on the actual drawing that I'm making, and custom buttons to like undo or redo, pick the paintbrush tool, pick the fill tool or eraser tool. Like those would be really cool. But if there was a way to get that on the pen itself, I think that would be my next birthday present.
I think the thing for me with this would be like to know what the different types of tips you can use, like because I'm sure as drawing with paper and pen, you have kind of peculiar needs. Like you're using colored pencils, right?
Right.
So like if there was a colored pencil attachment or just something to give you the same feel, or if you're like, Tyler, do you know, are you like really restricted with just?
I don't. I
types?
didn't really look into it too much tip wise because I never.
I'm sure there's like going to be so many attachments or something.
Yeah. I mean, there's got to be different tips that you can use, bigger tips, smaller tips, stuff like that. I think in the video, we see a couple different ones in the carrying case, which is also really cool. But like I said, I'm not sure. Ninja Kadit, I think is how you pronounce his name, in the chat asked what the price was, and it's $200 if I remember correctly.
Oh, that's not bad.
Really isn't that bad.
How much is a tablet?
It depends. You can get the smallest one, the bamboo one, for like $60.
Oh. And bamboo's pretty decent.
Yeah.
Like I know a lot of artists who use it, and it's because they can't really afford a bigger one. But I mean, I bought a pretty large one, and the only benefit of it is that you have that large size to like start drawing, with your whole arm or whatever, instead of being limited to a tiny 3x5 index card screen or whatever.
Yeah.
But like this Inkling, which is a really dumb name, but whatever. The Inkling is cool if you can use it on different types of paper, because I like to draw on huge, like 11x14 pieces of paper and
yeah,
make
I'd be
my
curious to
drawings
find
large.
out how big of a paper you can go. I want to know how it captures what you're doing. If it's just like the pen and the distance from the thing, that's one thing. But if it's actually looking down the paper at what you're doing, that's a different thing. So I'd be curious to find out how big of a sheet of paper you can write on or draw on.
I've seen a pen like this before. I was signing for a receipt, and I got my like windshield replaced or whatever, and I wrote it out, and I was like, the pen was kind of thick, and then the guy like flipped over his phone, who like had done the install and like tapped it on the back, and then my signature appeared. So like the pen itself is able to like see and remember what you're drawing. So I don't know if maybe it's the pen that's doing the recording versus the unit.
There's also another thing like that. It's like a note-taking pen and special paper where it'll say, like you'll write notes and it'll save it as like a document or like a PDF or whatever in the pen, and then you can like load your notes.
Seems very futuristic.
I mean, we're getting there, guys. Like I'm reading through Ender's Game over again, and it's a really good book. And they've this guy, Orson Scott Card, almost predicted having the iPad, a tablet that can do anything and everything, and you can surf the internet and play games on it. And like, I don't know, it's really interesting for me to see these pieces of technology come into our generation.
Yeah, definitely.
I'm excited.
TechCore mentioned LiveScribe, which is similar, which I think is one of the ones that you're talking about, Cami.
Oh, is it?
But I think that one, he says, uses special paper.
Yeah, it has like a notebook with it.
Yeah. And then Woozle316 said fly pen. I don't know what that is. Never heard of it, but he said the word fly pen, so I.
Well, I think it's very important that Wacom jumped on that bandwagon, because pen and tablet is cool, but this is even cooler.
Yeah, definitely.
Well, it would be cool to see if anyone has any thoughts they would like to share about this.
Oh, and you know what they could do, since our last segment, dial-up, is coming up? They can call in. So, on to dial-up. So, as always, you guys could call in either using your Skype, test your sounds and your levels, make sure you can hear yourself and us. Also, if you want to go a little old-fashioned, you can pull out your cell phones and dial this toll-free number and give us a call. Usually we pull up a discussion topic and start talking about that while we wait for your calls. But you can talk about anything. And our discussion topic, which I literally just saw earlier today and thought would be great for us to talk about, is Facebook is looking to launch a music platform and might have already did. I was just checking on Facebook earlier to post about the show, and apparently they're working with 3 other music streaming companies called Spotify, Mog, and Radio. I don't use Mog or Radio that much, but Spotify I've heard to be
good things.
Really good, and I have an invite and yet to like make that account. But
I'm in love with Spotify.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What
I
is?
got an invite. It's iTunes if you bought every song on the planet, and it streams live whenever you want it to, essentially. But you have to be.
You don't buy songs, right?
You don't have to buy songs. No, it's all free. Right. You have to look at ads. You can buy it if you want.
You have to look at ads.
Yeah, I mean they're
like
there.
It plays
they're on
through.
Yeah. And every like 10 songs, just like Pandora, they show, they pause you and you have to listen to an ad.
Right.
But it's as if you had every song on the planet that you can add to your library.
Well, sorry.
No.
I just think it's interesting, just so like I can finish this thought and we can keep talking about it, that Facebook is launching a music streaming service because everyone is always on Facebook. It's always up in some tab or other, and everyone is using music streaming sites now. Like Pandora has gotten, not this one, but this is not the one. It's for the end. But I think it's pretty cool.
I don't think we got that graphic.
What graphic?
The one you wanted to show for this.
Oh.
That's all good.
Maybe not.
Anyway, keep going.
Anyways, I'm not really familiar with the other music sites, but I looked at it, and they're also music streaming sites. And I had a discussion at work the other day. This guy was saying how sad it was that the record companies aren't making money off of people anymore, and the artists can't do concerts because of how little they're making because of the internet and torrenting music, and how. I mean, he was a little bit older, but I just think that kind of thinking is so 2000, the world's different now, and I know a lot of DJs who release their music for free and are okay with that because, money comes with going to concerts, and we talk about this all the time on our show that I don't know, music should be free, and streaming it over the internet has seemed to be a lot more popular. Oh my God, I hear Skype.
I hear a caller too. I mean, this totally goes back to Facebook becoming your one-stop destination for all things on the web.
Which is what you predicted.
I did. I hear someone talking.
Wait, we can hear you, but we can't hear you through the studio.
Well, now they're live in the studio. Sorry, you can hear from there.
Okay.
We pre-heard you.
Hello, caller ASL.
Hey.
Hi.
Sorry. Hey, 23 Toronto. I called in a couple weeks ago about the...
Oh, yeah, the Xbox thing?
Yeah.
You're my favorite caller. So what were you...
No, the laptop thing.
Oh, the laptop.
Yeah. I was just wondering, okay, so you guys are talking about these smart pens, and I was wondering how you find yourselves adapting to these things. So, for example, tablets and their apparatus, how do you find them in comparison to actual pencils or pens or those kind of things? I have trouble sometimes because it's just this thing is too thick and it doesn't feel comfortable in my hand. I don't know. It's just one of those things.
Well, I mean, it's just like everything else. It's much easier to just take out a pen, click it open, and start writing. I think something like this you'd have to always have ready or always available. And honestly, these pieces of technology have become so easy to work with that it's almost second nature now to want to touch a screen and expect it to work. Sometimes I pull an iPhone moment on my BlackBerry and I'm touching the screen and I'm like, fuck, I can't do that. So it's, I personally won't have a problem with it because, I'm very quick to learn these things, but I'll never not find a use for paper anymore, or real pens or Post-its. Post-its you can't really replace with technology right now. And what do you guys think?
Sure.
I don't think you can ever replace Post-its. I mean, what are you going to do? Take a little iPod and stick it onto something? That doesn't work.
Can you imagine?
Disposable Chinese iPods.
Touch screens? Yeah, we're not there yet.
Yeah.
Could happen.
We'll never be there.
Well,
Yeah, I
they
haven't
do
been
have that
posting notes,
smart
will be
paper, right? So
Smart
those are kind of
paper?
sort of. Yeah, the paper that you were talking about, where you draw onto it and you could transfer
Oh, right,
that onto
right.
your
But it's not
computer.
like it's
But it's not exactly a touch screen.
right, right. But I don't know. I don't think I'd have a problem with Hogan. Would you?
Well, that
You're a little bit older than us. So
I am. I'm the old. I'm the old
is it
farty
going to
on
be
this
hard
show.
for you to transfer over to using real pens and not real pens?
Well, that's the thing. Like, if the pen was like felt great and I liked the way it flowed, especially I'm a lefty, so like finding pens that
right.
like make my handwriting. And this is like totally scientific. I've done like years of full on like locked in my closet research on this. But certain pens actually make my handwriting better, and I would definitely like prefer to seek out something like that. Now, if like say this Inkling pen was had that kind of same flow and feel, I would probably totally fall in love with it. But if it didn't, if it had more harsh, like turning when you like go from one direction to another, and it's like very harsh, like I don't think I would like it at all. I need something that like, kind of flows freely, moving back and forth with my janky
Well,
lefty handwriting.
What about? And this is just a thought here. What if these pens make us write differently? Because there is no actual ink for you to, be careful of. I mean, like back in the day with like quill and ink, you're dipping your shit and you gotta like
hands all messy.
write as much
Yeah.
as possible before the ink runs out, and it's like gotta be clear and precise. And I know this because I took calligraphy classes for art, and I was like, whoa, that's super cool. But like, you don't have to worry about that now with ink that dries so fast or pencils where it doesn't smear. Like maybe using pens and tablets are actually better for us.
Yeah.
Redgaron.
That maybe
press it, right?
maybe ergonomically better. Yeah, perhaps. You
Yeah.
don't have to press so hard to get your ink on the paper.
Right. And you're my favorite caller always. Just saying.
Huh? Oh.
Hey, the
you guys are my
chat
favorite.
wants to know what you smell like.
I don't know. I was kind of out and about all day, so maybe some grass, some sun. I don't know.
Nice.
Those are good smells.
Do you
are
wear
good smells.
perfume? I assume you wear perfume.
No, I'm allergic to life, so I can't wear any perfume.
You're allergic to life?
Yes.
Oh, like a lot of things.
Pretty much. So like fish.
Whatever. In my head, you smell
dog,
like roses
grass,
and unicorns. But thank you for calling.
No, for sure. You guys are awesome. I love your show. You guys take care.
Appreciate it.
Bye.
Oh, Canada.
Canada's got the nicest people.
I know.
So Redgaron in the chat said that he thinks it depends on the type of paper that you're drawing on, which I have to agree with. Especially this Inkling one. I think it all depends on the paper. I think it's just going to feel like a regular pen.
I just hope that you could
transfer.
switch the tip out to like different things. Like it looked like for a second in the video that it had different tips. So maybe you could do like a pen and then a pencil and maybe like a crayon.
But you're right though, like when you're talking about having these kind of newer mediums where you can easily add layers and erase a lot easier, like that is totally where it's at.
I
in
think
terms of
it's-
being efficient with your, because you don't want to like redraw the same thing and waste your whole day. It's much nicer to just be able to like, I can fix this in post,
Yeah.
Oh, right. No, for sure. And like construction lines, when you're in drawing, and I think a couple other people in the chat know what I'd be talking about. Construction lines are just there for you to work around because that's not going to be the actual drawing, right? And you like end up building your character or whatever by adding layers and layers on top of it. But it sucks when you're like only on the second stage of the drawing and you fuck up already because then you got to throw the paper away and can't use it, even though your construction lines were okay. So I don't know, these layers would eliminate the need to be so perfect and precise the first time because like, what, fuck it, we're human. Like, we're never perfect.
Another bonus too to having that is, I mean, you have a hard copy, then you also have a digital copy, which I think is really cool.
Yeah, I guess you would still have the hard copy. But I just from looking at those drawings, it's like pretty sick sketches, and it's all done by pens. Whoever's doing this.
We have another caller.
All right.
Oh, ooh, excellent.
Caller, welcome. ASL, please.
ASL? What does that mean?
Oh my God! Get this guy off of here.
What,
No, I'm
what a
just kidding, just
noob.
kidding.
Age, sex,
I know what that
location.
means.
No, we're just kidding. It's age, sex, location. Like, didn't you ever chat in the 90s?
No, I was born in the 90s.
Oh my God.
Oh, that's why. You weren't
So
allowed
tell us your
on the
age,
internet.
your sex, and where you're calling from.
All right, I'm 17. I'm a male, and I'm from Denver.
All right.
Hey,
Welcome.
US. What's up? What are you calling about?
I guess how you guys are talking about like tablets and all these like things that you can buy. How many people do you think actually use them at school and stuff? Because I see a few kids in my class using their tablets, but we can't use our laptops. So I don't know if I should get one or not.
Wait, you see a lot of kids using tablets and not their laptops?
Like iPads?
Yeah, like we can't use our iPods or anything, but they'll let them use their iPads.
Oh.
Huh. I don't know. I dropped out
What
of
are they?
school.
Well, no, like
for
you're in
reasons
school
such
now.
as this.
Don't say that.
Well,
But,
I
like,
mean, it's not like I go to a class and I answer to a teacher and I make another class. Like I just go there and draw, and the teacher comes and like it's like a vocational class.
Caller from Denver. What are these people doing with their iPads?
Oh, I know what they're doing. What class is this that you're talking
Good
about?
question.
I have math class, and a kid brings his iPad every day.
What does he
All
do on
does-
it?
He like draws pictures and stuff, and I'm like, what?
Oh,
Does
wait,
he
so
like
he's
pass
not
the
even
iPad around and be
paying
like, hey, there's a
attention?
teacher's ass again? Drew it.
Something like that. I don't know. It's just like, I don't know which one I should get. Should I get an iPad, or if I get a different version, do you think they would take it away? I don't know.
Oh, well, they shouldn't be. But I mean, is this class or is this college?
It's class. It's like algebra class.
Oh,
or
like high
something.
school?
Yeah.
Why are kids fucking bringing their tablets to class? It's so weird. I don't know.
Why do 17-year-olds have tablets in the first place?
That just makes me so depressed.
Angry
because I want a
Birds?
tablet.
Come on.
All right, that's true.
Well, so you're asking if you should buy an iPad or something else?
Or like a different version, because I know they have different types.
Yeah, and honestly, like I've been doing the research since I'm looking to buy an iPad, and like all the other things that are out are kind of cool because they function like a tablet, but the stores that back their apps and software is like slim to none. There's nothing cool on it, and anyone who develops anything would develop things for Droid. I don't know any Droid lovers that have like spoken true about the tablets that are out there. It's always been iPads. So if you're gonna get anything, I would recommend an iPad because that's what I'm looking towards. Or
Maybe even wait for the new one.
Samsung just released that Galaxy. Well, you can't buy the Galaxy Tab because that's still in court or something because it looks
Apple's
too much
like suing them. Yeah.
Yeah, iPad's being a dick. But they have a new thing called the Galaxy Note, which is like a smartphone tablet hybrid. So I guess that would be interesting if you're looking to get a new phone or something.
I
But
would wait to get the iPad 3 if you were gonna get an iPad.
Yeah, no,
But
I want iPad
You won't
4G.
be disappointed.
I want like next year's version.
Yeah.
Because-
And how about have you guys read the news article about them losing the iPhone 5?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that was hilarious. I wanted to talk about it, but it didn't seem like it would fit into the show. But yeah, I mean, like, it seems like they're doing this on purpose now, right? Like as soon as they're about to develop a phone, they're like, hey, let's just leave this here and say someone left it so we can talk about ourselves.
Yeah, I mean, like, what the
it's
hell?
like a way
stop,
to get the new thing out there.
I mean,
Everyone wants it.
why are you
stop
giving,
drinking.
Why are you giving it to people who's prone to lose it?
Yeah.
I mean, I lost my phone, but no one should give me an iPhone 5 that's still kind of in secret. It looks weird. Did you see the pictures of it?
No, there's pictures.
It looks like
Yeah.
a touch. Like, it looks super fucking thin. And, like, that worries me, but also, like, gets me a little moist. Because I like thinner, sleeker things, so I just don't want to buy another
want
iPhone
battery life.
again. Battery life would be good.
Caller, last question for you. What phone do you have now, or do you have like a laptop, or do you even have a phone?
Don't put them on
I
blast.
have a phone. I have the Galaxy S. It's
Oh,
real nice.
how is that?
Pretty good. I've seen the Galaxy S2 coming out, and like if it's faster than this, then that thing would be great. Cause
What is
right
your
now,
opinions on the apps and stuff?
Yeah.
I love Android.
So-
Mine is
Okay.
mine is just like some of the clutter it comes with. Like say you get too many apps or something, then it really slows down your phone.
Oof.
Really?
Yeah.
About how many apps? Like 20, 30?
Probably in the 30s.
Is that because
So,
they're
yeah,
always running?
Yeah, some of them like they run in the background, so you gotta shut them off and all kinds of stuff.
I have that problem too on my iPhone.
Yeah, I feel like most Android devices, you have to be very manual with it. Like, there's no there's no dummy proofing anything. You have to know what you're doing.
No, it's definitely more PC.
There's this girl I know who got an Android phone, and like she has no business getting she has no business getting a smartphone, but she's like, I want it, and she got it. She's like, it's too hard.
Yeah, apparently the new one that's coming out has like a dual core 1.2 gigahertz processor, while this one has just a single 1 gigahertz, and it's still fast. So I can't imagine how fast a dual core processor in a phone would be.
That's interesting. I would love to check it out.
I can't imagine how fast it's going to drain your battery, though.
Yeah.
I like smartphone batteries are kind of ridiculous.
Weak sauce. I miss the days of Nokia where like you charge it and then like 10 days later you had to charge it again. 10 days.
I had my BlackBerry die on me for the first time since I started using it, and it lasted like 2 or 3 days of not being plugged in.
That's pretty good.
And now that it's finally died, it got really temperamental, and I had to charge it for 20 minutes for it to turn back on.
Man, you like mega drained it.
But I mean, like battery is very important, and like to be able to detach your battery and have like a spare one, I think is also pretty cool too. But you can't do that with these new phones.
Byra, you have Android, right?
No, Apple, iPhone.
Oh,
The battery life actually on mine isn't that bad. It's it lasts me a couple days if I leave it fully charged overnight. So
Oh, that's okay. And you're
Most
like
of my-
constantly using it, right? Like texting.
yeah, like
and
texting
taking
all
pictures,
day.
taking
and
sexy pictures and emailing. To
yeah,
us.
sexting.
Yeah.
But
Where's our sexy picture?
most of my friends'
Oh, 17.
Androids
17.
just die in like a day, probably because all the background processes and stuff. But mine lasts a while, so I'd recommend it. It's a good phone.
Well, it sounds like maybe you should get an Android-based tablet because you might be able to reuse some of your apps, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it's definitely going to be cheaper
Yeah.
than buying an iPad. I the only reason why I'm, turned on by the iPad is the fact that there are so many apps for it. So many apps.
Well, thanks for calling, caller.
Yeah,
Oh, yes, thank you.
It's
You know,
cool talking on a
Don't
live
forget to
stream.
study.
It's okay you didn't know what ASL is.
Help educate the
Now
youth.
you know.
Now you know.
Real quick, the Bees Knees wants to know if you guys have an email to send topics to and stuff like that.
Oh, yes, but
Or should they do it through Twitter?
I'd
or
rather you
Facebook?
just do it through Twitter.
At EPIXENTER TV.
Yeah, at EPIXENTER TV. I guess on that note, we could end the show. I mean, I don't know if there are any callers
No.
calling.
It's been a good 55 minutes.
No, and you know what? The chat was always lively and exciting. Along with following EPIXENTER, you can also follow me at camiwins
And I'm at 2Camera.
and Tyler.
I am at tyleisher. I don't think I have a lower third. Oh, I do. Awesome.
Yay!
Yep, that's it right there.
Chat overlord.
One over there.
And before we go, I kind of wanted to show, I fucking loved Sesame Street when I was a kid, so it was funny that each episode was brought to you by a letter, so I thought
yeah.
it would be cool that we end each episode with, brought to you by a photo, and the couple photos that I picked, the first one was this USB picture, and I don't know if,
Did you make this?
No, I just found it. And this happens to me all the fucking time. I don't know about you guys, but I think this was unfortunate.
My
Yeah,
eyes
it
were
happens constantly.
pointed in both directions like that. I might have trouble.
You haven't seen that face? Hogan, that's
No, I
the
saw it on your
cutest face
Facebook. It was
ever.
pretty good.
And so another image that the show is brought to you by. I was on the California DMV page, and it said to like them on Facebook, and I looked on Facebook, and they had 46 likes. And I was like, man, the fact that our show has more likes than the DMV, nobody likes the DMV. Let's face it.
That's true, though. Everyone hates it.
So those were the first images that
Yay.
we've got. We got to find a clever name for it.
Brought to you by.
Brought to you by.
We just need a little bumper for it.
Yeah, but we've got to find out what we call them. Anyways, thanks all for watching. You can watch us next week, Mondays at 8 p.m. PST, only on the stream.tv. Thank you, Tyler, so much for being our chat monitor.
Absolutely. Thanks.
We love having the voice of the chat.
And big thanks
Come
to the
for you.
stream and Brian Gramo and Joshua for hosting us in this awesome Labor Day.
Yes, thank you so much, Brian. Sorry we can't see you.
I know.
You're probably better off.
And big thanks to our one audience member today.
Yay!
We finally filled the seats up here.
And next week, man.
See ya.
Peace.